Greetings and welcome to Stunthangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter and I will be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunthangar Video Hangouts. If you are watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench. And if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email, or Sparky, the proprietor of Stunthangar, will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in, just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. Please enter your questions or comments in the chat box, and I'll do my best to make your comments a part of the show. Understand that sometimes I can't get a word in myself, so be patient. I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comment. And by the way, you only can make the questions or comments during the live stream. So like I said earlier, every Monday and Friday, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come on in then, and then you can ask your question or post your comment. Now, if you find Stunthangar Video Hangouts or the many building videos that Sparky does on this platform informative and enjoyable, please give us a like. That's a thumbs up. Subscribe and share the videos, and comments also help. Now, I'm only in Sparky's channel like tonight and like on next Monday. So just twice a week I'm in here. I'm not in his channel. This is not my channel, by the way. So if you want to get in touch with me or have comments about the show, please go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. All the letters are there, Flying Control Line Stunt. And the video of me flying at the U.S. Nationals would be a good one to leave your comments there. I'll get a notification and I'll be able to get back to you quickly. Okay. Now, also consider joining Sparky's YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. And your support helps offset some of the expenses of running Stunthangar. And with your memberships, you get special badges, I can see in the YouTube chat box, and unlimited replay of member-only videos. And once a month, Sparky has a question and answer show for members only. You can also use the super chat, which is located at the bottom of the chat box, to make donations. Again, that's only during the live stream. So please come in during our regular time. And if it's not convenient for you to watch the whole show, just come on in to support us, which I hope you do. And I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. And please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't use words or do things you wouldn't do around your children or grandchildren. Without any further ado, I'm going to post a link to Stunthangar Forum now. Let me pull that up on another monitor. Let's see if I can find that. Just bear with me for a second. I have a couple of things I got to do when I do the show. Let's see. Okay, so the link is posted. See, there's nothing I wanted to do too. All right, and now I'm going to go to the what I call the control panel in YouTube, and so I can see what's going on. Again, just bear with me. If there was an easier way, I would do it instead of doing a live stream. So let's see here. All right, so we're streaming, and we have, looks like we have 3 concurrent viewers. And Montana Farmer says, hey, Charles, hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you, Montana Farm. Hope you're doing well too. Look forward to an exciting and fun show tonight. So if you have any comments or questions, please forward them to our panel we have here tonight and get some feedback between you guys in the chat box, or gals in the chat box, and what's going on in the show. We have 6 likes right now. So if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you are watching this as a replay, please hit the like button. We get, quite a few viewers that come back and watch the replay, and I'd like to see those likes go up. Thank you very much. And let me see what's going on inside here. Well, no one has joined me yet, so until someone joins me, let me tell you what I've been up to. I went flying this week quite a bit, and I actually flew Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Yeah, and just a little bit of frustration trimming this plane out. It's been a long time coming, and I'm running out of time because the contest that a lot of us are going to is in Las Vegas. It's November 6th and 7th. It's called the Las Vegas Stunt Challenge. And so I'm going to, during the show, I think I'm going to try to, I have an ARF here. It's electronic ARF. And I'm going to kind of, when you get an ARF, they recommend that you seal down the film sometimes during transit with all the environmental changes of humidity and temperature. Sometimes the covering gets loose. So I'm going to hopefully be tightening this thing up in preparation of putting it together. I'm going to try to keep the modifications at a minimum, but there's some things I absolutely have to have on my plane. And one of them is removable control surfaces. Not everybody believes in those. I know it adds weight, but to me, it's a nice luxury. If I want to adjust the flap or the elevator horn, I can remove the control surface and adjust it. Looks like John Miller is getting ready to come in here. And this is going to be my first electric plane, first and only, really. So I'm looking forward to going to what I affectionately call the dark side. Hey, John.
How you doing, bud?
Excuse me, I'm doing well. How you doing?
So you're going to the dark side, huh?
Just a little bit. I'm just going to put my toe in it. Just dip my toe in it and see what it feels like.
You'll be like me.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't be too surprised. I'll probably be like you. Yeah, because you fly glow and electric. I think, and like you, we're both fans of the Stalker motors, and so I will be hopefully be doing that. We'll see. I've heard nothing but good things about the SV11 as a airframe. Period. I haven't really seen too much on the electrics on it, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, you'll like it. There's so many, the Stalkers run really good. That's why you and I are both fans of them. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could imagine something that might run just a little better, a little more consistent, a little more controllable.
Hey,
getting it the same every time. So that's what you're looking at. Who's that?
That's Sparky.
Hi, Sparky.
Hey, what's up, John?
Not a whole lot. You're looking good.
Oh, yeah. We're up in Cleveland.
All right. So there's a contest tomorrow, I gather.
Yeah.
Hey, John, what's up, man?
Yeah.
What you flying tomorrow, Sparky?
Hi, Tucker.
What was that?
Hi, Tucker. Big Tucker.
Big Tucker? Well, good luck with it.
Yeah, we'll need it. It's supposed to be windy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
Windy and cold.
It's kind of funny. I'm reading for the guys in Oklahoma. They've got moderate winds, not bad, but what I'd call good stunt winds for tomorrow. But is it Sunday that gets up, pretty windy? So, yeah, that's the bane of a stunt contest. They're always on windy days. Yeah.
I just hope they got a lot of junk here that I can look over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, see if you can find some good classic engines.
I'm engines out. I got plenty of motors.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm looking for? If you find any, I'm looking for the old-fashioned aluminum sanding bars. I can't find mine.
Oh, the Easy Touch?
No, I don't know what they call Easy Touch. They were, I think Dubro made them or somebody made them, but they had kind of a rounded grip part.
Oh, that's
They don't
easy.
they don't even make those anymore.
I know. That's
Yes, the
why.
Easy Touch. I've seen them on eBay. They're just really expensive.
Are they?
Oh, I saw like an 11-inch or a 12-inch one for almost $40. I just thought that was ridiculous.
Oh, what are they using now then, Sparky?
I use Durablock.
I saw those on Amazon. What are they, like a carbon block or something? A hard block?
No. Yeah, they're not real perfectly straight. They're a real lightweight material. I
Okay.
don't know what.
Well, they seem to have been taken over by the automobile painting industry quite heavily.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, thanks for coming in, Gary.
Mhm.
Let me,
Here.
let me catch up on the chat box. Montana Farmer said, doing great. Thank you for asking. And then Montana Farmer says, Charles, keep trying new things. Always learn something. I do every day. And then Montana Farmer says, hey, John, how are you doing this evening? And
I'm doing
Dennis
good.
Smithson, he gave us a like. So thank you, Dennis. Hope you'll be in here shortly. And we're back to you guys. What was that? Was that you, John?
No, that was Sparky. Sparky, you were garbled up a little bit on that one.
I'm burning up bandwidth, and I gotta.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, no
Okay.
problem. Thanks for popping in. Maybe you can watch
Hey,
it.
I'm visible.
Yeah, you are. Well, you still look like you're in like a shower or a door of some sort.
I spent probably an hour cleaning the
Anyway,
lens
thank
on
you,
this
Sparky, for
camera.
coming in, buddy.
Yeah.
See ya.
Say hey, hi to Bill for me, Sparky.
All right. See ya.
Well, Mike, if you've spent that much time trying to clean the lens and it's still like it is, I don't know how much these things cost, but I would recommend you start looking at buying a new, camera and microphone setup. I think
Actually, it's the computer itself. That's the in-computer camera. It got coated with some sticky dust of some description. I thought I had most of it off.
Do me a favor, Mike, just to verify something. Put your finger over your camera lens. Okay. All right. Wow.
Well, Mike, I bought one of these little Logitech cameras with a speaker in it, and you can put them on you can put them on and block out the camera that's on your and the mic that's on your laptop, and use one of these instead. I've done it.
This is actually a desktop. It's an all-in-one, but it's a desktop.
Oh, okay.
So have you tried using like a microfiber cloth with maybe some Windex on it or something?
I've tried the microfiber. I wound up using several Q-tips and 99% isopropyl. The dust was literally stuck to it for some reason. I didn't quite get it all off, or we're getting some light scattering from somewhere else.
There's something on your lens.
There's something on your lens. We can tell that it's on your lens. It's not your environment. not your room.
It's pain in the you know where to have a problem like that. And, you know, I commiserate with you, but it's good to have you here anyway, even if we can't hardly see you.
I'm here. I can see you guys and you can semi see me, so we're all
There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So have you done any
How-
building or anything, Mike?
No, just kind of funky week with the wife having dental problems and stuff and not getting much done.
Oh, okay.
Well, how does your picture look on your screen? Does it look
what?
foggy?
Well, it wouldn't happen on his screen because the problem is with the little built-in camera that's on the.
Yeah, but the three of us is all pretty good and he's blurred. So he would see the three of us and him too, because I see myself and it's
Oh
sharp.
yeah, he did say he can see us fine.
But can he
Yeah.
see? Is yours foggy too?
No,
No, I mean, I think he means Mike. Mike, when you look
Yeah.
at your on the monitor and you see all four of us, are you
Yeah.
cloudy there as well?
No,
Oh,
I'm
you-
cloudy, but no one else is. So yeah,
Okay.
it's my
Okay,
camera.
okay, good. All right. So
That's what I,
that's a we.
Yeah.
So I'm actually ironing down the film on my SV11.
Oh,
So I'm going to be doing this while the show and not eat popcorn that much. So that's kind of what I'll be doing. I'm going to be doing
where,
most of the
where'd
small.
you get this? Where'd you get the SV11?
Said where or when?
Where or when
Oh,
or both?
it's a Brodak ARF. Bought it about at least 6 months ago. Yeah, I did just I'm kind of tunnel vision. Matter of fact, I'm trying to not be so focused on this that I just totally give up on the Strega. That's kind of how I am. I'm kind of like hot and cold. You know, I'll just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
go into something. It's like forget the other thing. So that's kind of how it was. I was just totally focused on the Strega, and I didn't even want to open the box because I was afraid of this being a distraction. And now I'm just like, because the contest will be November 6th and 7th. I mean, it's right around the corner, and I haven't done stunt pattern in a couple of months. I mean, I've just been trimming the planes, and they never really felt good enough for me to do the stunt pattern, you know, with. So I thought I'd get this thing out.
was Sparky in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was with him there in the room?
John Jordan.
John Jordan. Okay.
Yeah, I met John Jordan at the Nationals, and he pretty much was taking care of me with Sparky's playing Junar while Sparky was filming the Nats in 2019. So I got to talk to John Jordan quite a bit, and he's a really neat guy. I really enjoyed meeting him. And then my roommate was one of the judges, Steve. I'm trying to remember, I think it's Steve Smith. So I spent most of my time with Sparky, Steve Smith, John Jordan that whole week. I mean, I met a lot of people, but you know, of course, I went back to the same room with Steve Smith, and then John Jordan was launching the plane for me and helping me with different things. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Why?
How did that Junar fly for you?
Oh man, I wish I would have had more time. Oh, to answer the short answer is great. I really think that is if I flew a better plane than that, I just don't remember. I mean, that's how good it was.
Yeah.
Good flying plane. It was flying better than I allowed it to. I was keeping it on a short leash because the last thing I wanted to tell Sparky was I'm sorry, for crashing his plane. So I kept it on a really short leash. I was very careful, and I didn't do anything I didn't feel comfortable with, and I didn't take it too deep into the bottom of the maneuvers. But what I did feel was a plane that could fly a lot better than I was allowing it to. Have you seen the video? There's a video of me flying it on the on my YouTube.
No, I've never seen that one. I'll have to look that up. Is that on Stunthangar?
It's on my channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt.
Okay.
All the words are there, Flying Control Line Stunt. And it should be the first one that pops up. And then there's many other videos of me flying my Strega. My Strega has gone through like at least 3 different stunt or trim configurations.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've flown that plane like for 5 or 6 years. And this is the newest configuration I'm working on, but it's just been a little bit difficult because I moved the engine back and I've done different things to it to get it to turn smaller, because when I was flying it, my biggest critique taken away from was that I was just flying it too big. But when you fly a big, heavy plane, it's hard to keep the maneuver small. So I've really gone to great lengths to make it turn a lot quicker. Hey, Brendan, thanks for coming in.
How we doing?
Doing all right.
Doing great. Well, let me catch up with the chat here. Jack Snabby says, hello around the world, just saying hi. Thumbs up, thumbs up. And I guess that's just a pair of eyes, I think. And thumbs up, and then the okay sign. And Marcel Legrand says, evening, Charles and Stunthangar panel. Good evening, you guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing up. Right now we have 15 concurrent viewers. We have 10 likes. So please, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that just to help us with our channel's analytics. It just helps. It helps us become a recommended view on when someone goes to their home channel on YouTube, they might possibly see us in their right-hand panel showing that this is the one they might be interested in watching based upon, you know, the YouTube, how YouTube works, you know. So please.
And Marcel, I missed your updates on the airplane, but are you still working on it, or did you have to go to work on a real job?
So I'll let you know when he responds to that, John.
Yeah.
So how about you, John? Have you done any building? I don't know if I asked you that yet.
No, I keep trying to, and I get hooked up. And today, my stepdaughter came down, having a bit of problem with the family, and
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's going to take your eye away from.
yeah, you know, I mean, the part of the well, anyway, it's just had to go to the lawyer's office today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that
And
sounds.
spend time. Basically, what I'm doing is setting up my will. You know,
Okay, well, that's good.
to make sure that my stepdaughter is taken care of in there. So yeah, so it's been that kind of a day, you know.
Plus, you might want to make sure your stalkers go to a good home.
Well, yeah, they're mentioned in there. It's whatever you do, do not send them to. Oh my goodness. You know, you never think about it, but you know, some engines are actually good enough and that they would wind up in somebody's will or be worthwhile being in somebody's will. And then there's
Why not?
the others that wind up at a swap meet.
Yes, which
Yeah.
is
And sometimes the good ones wind up at the swap meet. That's why we all go.
yes. Hey, Brendan, what plane you got there? Is that a flight streak or Peacemaker? What is that?
I guess it's technically a lightning streak.
Okay.
I don't know the difference between the two, but isn't it just the tips of the wings? Is that what it is?
I
Looks
don't
like
know. I thought the lightning streak was a plank wing.
No.
Yeah, I know it's a lightning streak kit. This is the first real stick built from a kit plane that I've put together. I've done a lot of foam wing planes, but this is the first stick built one. It's been giving me a lot of troubles as I've gone out and flown it. So still trying to tune it up and get it going. But I don't know. Right now, I think I had too much throw in the elevator, so I put a bigger horn on it. But then it made it so that my cotter pins that I use for the push rod, they were kind of out of place and creating like a flex piece in the system that was making it so that the movement wasn't very loose.
You know what the cure to that is?
What's that?
It might be too late to do that without a whole lot of work. You use arrow shafts, carbon fiber arrow shafts for your push rod. Then you don't have to have those cotter things. So then you can do that readily without having it bind up on you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get into the belt crank now or not.
Yeah, I mean the belt crank is kind of locked into the wing. I didn't give myself an access hatch to it or anything, so yeah, I'm kind of stuck with the push rod that I have unless I really want to do a lot of surgery.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll have to either move your what do they call cotter pin to ease that off, or go to a bigger. You can solder on a bigger circle, take a piece of a larger, like aluminum tubing or brass tubing, cut yourself a ring, cut off the end of the round end of the cotter pin and solder that in there in place so you got more room in there. But you can still stop it from flexing. You know where I'm going with that?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, but in moving to a bigger horn, it started making a flex in the line there that was getting caught up on the cotter pin, so that wasn't working either. So
yeah, it drags on the cotter pin and it causes problems.
Yeah, the other piece here is I have two cotter pins. I mean, I'll show it, but I think we know what I'm talking about.
Hang on,
yeah.
let me make it big. Hang on, Brendan. Let me see. Hey, hi, Eddie. Thanks for coming in.
Hey,
Hi, Ed.
what's up?
Hi, Ed.
There you go. Now you're big. Okay.
So if you see the push rod there, I got two cotter pins, and you can tell. I mean, I've got it down here, but the cotter pins, you can see how the whole thing is flexed and bowed up, and that's a lot of rub. So another component I'm thinking about is, I mean, this is a pretty short distance here, so maybe really I only just need one cotter pin instead of two.
I was thinking just one, anyways, Brendan. You just turn the control surface and watch where it lifts, where it bends at, and you just place it there, and you'll stop it from bending altogether if you find the exact location. And
having two of them just gives more surface to rub on and creates more.
That's true.
Almost looks like they may be a little high to begin with.
Yeah, well, but some of that came from, I mean, you see the horn that's on it now. I had way too much throw in kind of how it is created. So as I understand it, a bigger horn will actually give me less throw, correct?
Yes. The longer arm at the horn doesn't move as far for the same given lateral or linear movement.
Okay.
The closer you get to your flap, the more it'll move.
Right. So the shorter the length, the more.
So yeah, I had the smaller horn on there, which would have meant, it was up further, which, would have been more in line with where the cotter pins were originally. But now that I got a bigger horn, the point here is down from where the cotter pins are. So
you could take one of those cotter pins and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Center the one left, bring it down and to where your push rod is straight, and put it there. And a push rod tends to move like this. Okay, does that make sense?
Now, what was that last piece?
Push rod tends to move like this as it's going through its motions.
I'm not able to see you because you got the screen focused on me, or at least that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, let me add John to pin it to the first screen. So I'm going to pin you both so you can see each other. All right, you guys should be back next to each other now. You see
what I see is that
there he is. I see just John now, but
okay, well, what happens and this is much more than what it actually does, but it tends to rock like this on a center point, depending on the difference between the height and the elevation of the bell crank to the elevation of where it hooks onto the horn. And when you rotate and it goes up or down, of course, it either goes up and then comes down to the lowest point and then goes back up again, as you go through. And that rocks the push rod a little bit like that. That's way more than it does. Okay. But if you look at it, you'll find a point where it seems to be pinned at that point.
Okay.
And that's where you want to put your cotter pin.
Yeah, I'm tracking you.
That way you're getting rid of any up down movement that you're fighting that's causing you a problem, and it's just a rocking movement. Should work better for you then.
All right.
So Eddie, what you been up to, Eddie?
Same old crap.
You got that stuff around your house too?
Yeah, can't get rid of it.
I won't say what I'm thinking.
Got a litter box and everything, just don't work.
Yeah.
So I have some comments from people in the chat box. Marcel Legrand says, "Hi John, I'm trying my best. The reason I built it so fast was because we were in lockdown. I run up the 15 LAs, but I really don't think it's enough power, so I'm rebuilding the pods for the Ask 21s."
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because with Gordon's, we really had to match the engines and just, we pull the piston from here. We basically custom built those 15s that ran so well on his, but we're trying to have 15s turn a 9.4 prop, and that's asking a lot for a 15. They can do it, but you got to match them. So yeah, I understand. I think the original engine you got to probably be just fine, but you need to give yourself a little more room for gas tank.
All right, and then after Marcel, there's Tom Rammel, who asks the group, what electric airplane would be good for teaching my 5-year-old grandson to fly?
Do you want a half A electric, or you want like a 15 or 20 size electric?
Hey, I mean, I'm a big advocate. People have heard me say it over and over again, and I liked it so much in our novice flying and dealing with planes and all that stuff. A rugged stunt trainer with a foam wing has been incredibly forgiving to me and my family, who never touched planes before until a couple of years ago, and now we've crashed them, I don't know, just crazy amount of times. And you can use foam, Gorilla Glue, white foaming glue to put the wing back on. If it severs, then you're back in the air again. So that's always my recommendation. That's through Phil Cartier with Corehouse stuff.
Good point.
Now, Corehouse, you have to reach him by phone, or is his website up and running? How did you do that?
You know what? I think Lonke said a couple months ago that maybe the site is defunct now or something. My guess is that if you look for Corehouse, I would still think it's out there and would have Phil Cartier's contact information on it. I think he's still kind of up and running that stuff. So that's who you're trying to find for a rugged stunt trainer. Again, it's been the most forgiving thing, that I could have ever dealt with.
Yeah, Tom Ramos says something tough. So that would fit the.
I mean, literally, as we were learning on it, maybe into my son's 10th, 12th flight, we took off half a wing on a fence with it, and it stayed in the air. And then, I went and got the Gorilla Glue, and it was up the next day, type of thing. So I just can't tell you how many times the wings have had really bad things happen, and then you just put it back together, as opposed to I think we got a Sterling Mustang really early on, and it was one of the first, stick built planes my son put in the air. That thing didn't make it half a lap before it became a bag of pieces. So again, the foam wing stuff for us, the Rugged Sun Trainer, has been incredibly forgiving.
They didn't have those when I was learning.
No, I think I learned how to fly round and round originally with a Gillows number 2 with a very clapped out Fox 15 in it.
Yeah, I learned to fly on that little aluminum Delta wing that had a KB Allen 049 on it. Nobody could get him to run, but for some reason or other, the one we had ran, and we put it in the asphalt, and then we ran into the curbs because we were trying to learn how to fly on a cul-de-sac.
Oh, boy.
All right, and yeah, we gave that thing a thrashing, but by the end of the day, that me and my buddy both could fly that thing round and round.
I learned to fly on a Swordsman.
Oh, that's a good plane. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember looking at it. I don't know if I had a sword. I know I had the Stuntman 23.
That's what my brother had. My brother had that when I had the Swordsman.
Okay. Yeah. I had the Jumping Bean and the Little Wizard.
A lot of people did the Little Wizard.
A lot of people around here did a little Jumping Bean.
Hey, how you doing, Phil?
Where'd
Doing great. How are you?
All right.
Where'd I come from? Kansas City.
Looks like your shoulder's feeling better.
Well, it's feeling some better, but I tell you what, when you go to the doctor and they tell you that you're going to be able to get an appointment to go see the physical therapist and got to go for an MRI, that's in 2 weeks. When I get through the MRI, then I can go to the physical therapist. And then I go back to the doctor to find out what they're going to do about it, as well as the physical therapy. But I got to wait 2 weeks to get started. Man, this is insane.
But then you'll be all healed up.
I don't know. It's been 6 weeks and I
was just saying, don't you wish?
Yeah, don't I wish? I'm telling you, I'm ready to go flying. I finally got my Vector put back together. I finally got the new lines today for the Revolutions, and they got them made up and ready. So now I'm ready to go flying if I could just hold on to the airplane, but there's no way. I'm going out there tomorrow to see Steve, see if he can fly the airplane I gave him. I gave him a very nice Cardinal profile, and I want to see if he can fly the darn thing. But other than that, I'm just going to watch. It's going to be one of those days. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Thank you. Thank you, Phil.
Guys, I got one for you. I got an interesting one for you. I went to get some plans copied, and I wanted to blow up an airplane. It's basically a flying wing. It's the Bolt Sport Wing. I wanted to blow it up from 36 to 54 inches because that's what I was told the 1951 guy flew it in Dallas, Texas, was 54 inches. Well, guess what? That's 150% enlargement. Now, this dude at the print shop, huh?
It's not 154%.
Well, no, 150%.
No.
18 and 36 is 54.
I always use a ratio.
Okay. Anyway, I went to get him to blow this thing up. Now, he had just blown me up one that was on a piece of paper, 42 inches by 65 inches. And he's telling me that he can't blow the Sport Wing up because it's too wide. And I'm trying to tell him, turn it 90 degrees in the scanner and print it. And he cannot get this through his head. So I said, I'll come back another day.
Good grief.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I worked copy machines for a long time, and I just don't understand why they can't figure out if it blows it 150% this way, it also enlarges it 150% this way. So what's the difference? Reorient it and run it through the blame machine.
Well,
no, it won't. That won't work.
They don't hire some of those people based on intelligence.
This guy's been doing this for 30 years. He's ready to retire.
That's the problem.
I'm telling you, I absolutely thought I was going to fall out laughing. And they're wondering what's going on. What's so funny? I said, you can't figure out how to reorient that thing and run it. I mean, I don't understand. The shop manager got so upset about the whole thing. I just made about 6 prints. She told me to go ahead and we catch up later. I catch up later. If you think I'm coming back in here when y'all can't even figure something this simple out, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah, it's kind of a tale that you don't want to go back.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that one at all. I mean, I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I could figure that one out. So I don't know why she couldn't. And they're in that business.
Did you put it on a scanner?
Yeah, he sent me an email to my telephone that's the picture. Now, why couldn't you take that and just reorient the fool thing? I don't get it.
Yeah, sometimes it's
Maybe it's
going from portrait to
landscape.
Portrait to landscape.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still
I don't
scan-
know. I just couldn't quite figure out. I mean, I don't know all the proper terms for enlargement and all that stuff. But I said, why can't you reorient it 90 degrees and run it that way? It's a whole lot smaller than the plane you just ran. This plane's only a 54-inch wingspan. That one's 63. I mean, come on, you ran that one full size. Why can't you run this one?
Exactly.
Well, the paper's not that wide. I thought, oh, come on, guys. What in the world?
That's sad.
What have you been
Giving me-
smoking?
You're putting chills down my spine, Phil. The guy that used to do all mine that was real good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I found out this last week that he's quit and nobody knows where he's at.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I heard one this week. Broke my heart. One of my favorite people at a contest, Jerry Phelps and his wife Mary.
Oh yeah.
Or his mechanic. And I heard Jerry passed this week. That just
That's too bad.
that one hurts.
She always launched for him. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was always his mechanic as long as I've known Jerry. Mary's been there every flight. She's always launched for him. She's always done everything for him. And just fantastic people. So
yeah, I met those people. I met them at Brodax. They were amazing.
Yeah, I met
Just
Brodax
amazing
too,
people.
but I didn't meet you at Brodax, which is amazing.
I don't know.
We were both there.
I'm sure I saw him, but he was running with a pretty rough crowd. They all had
I'm always running with a pretty rough crowd.
they had those big old boots on, or those swamp boots.
Yeah, the swampers. We call them wellies.
oh Lord.
Yeah.
The wellies.
Uh-oh. Looks like Charles is making headway on his SV11.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's getting
I'm just,
serious now.
I'm just putting down the film. Just in transport, sometimes the film gets a little loose. So I'm just making
Tightening it up.
Tightening it up.
Well, they tell you to do that in the plans, and I'm telling you, if you don't, you'll be sorry. You're doing good by reading the plans and doing what it says, because if you don't, you will pay for it later.
Yeah, this is the first step. Step one is this.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with the fuselage, Charles? Are you going to leave it iron on, or are you going to cover it again? Or
I was thinking about just leaving it iron on. Just take it. I'm going to do some other mods, and I don't want to get bogged down with trying to refinish it. But
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I like remember, I don't know if he was here, but Robert from Canada, his
Right.
SV11, how he made the
Yeah.
canopy removable.
Yeah.
I want to copy that. I want to do it just like he did. I thought that was neat.
What's the purpose of having the canopy removable?
So
Electric powered.
I can get to all the push rods. That's what I want.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
it is an electric plane.
Oh, is yours electric too?
Yeah, this is electric. Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to have a go at that, are you?
Yeah, I'm just
The
gonna
dark side.
put my toe in it, Lynn.
Charles, you're killing me.
I'm gonna put my pinky toe in it in the water.
Everybody's killing me. I can't.
No,
believe
don't worry about it. We'll see.
it.
The worst
That's-
thing is I'll have to do both because I love IC. There's this
That's okay.
nothing.
I'm just kidding with you. I'm not serious.
I know, but I'm just telling you, there's nothing to me like an IC motor.
Everybody stop a minute. Think back. Close your eyes and think back. What got you into this hobby in the first place?
Oh, just the
The
fun.
sound of these darn motors.
The smell.
Yeah.
That's a
I
good
rest
point.
my case. Everybody says, why are you trying to do old time and ignition and do these in electric? And I just don't understand. You don't have to understand. I just sit back and enjoy. That's it.
Exactly.
The sound's what got me in it, and I'm going to stay in it for that. But I want to compete and I like to win. So electric is
The way to
That's-
go
there's
for
some-
that. Exactly.
well, there's
I
a
agree.
place for all of it. There's a place for all of it. I still
Yeah.
love 4 strokes. Still love
Yeah.
2 strokes. I still love tune pipes.
Yeah.
But just
Can't do
fly what you
everything.
enjoy.
That's right. Exactly.
Fly what you like and enjoy yourself. That's the main thing. Have fun.
That's,
For sure.
Let
that's-
me mute
Yeah.
this thing right quick.
I frankly like IC in old time and mostly in classic, but I would start thinking about possible electric when I got into Nostalgia 30 or something like that. And then for modern Pampa classes and that, I've got no problem. Go either way you want.
Yeah.
Hey, I got into this sport because I wanted to lose my wallet.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah, yeah, it really is.
You know how to make a fortune
Yeah.
in model airplanes, don't you?
Yes.
Start with a big fortune.
Yes.
Oh, start with a bigger fortune. That's
How
right.
you make a small fortune.
I have one comment I need to add. Tom Rammel said that when he was a kid, he had a Carl Goldberg Little Wizard. All right. Same here.
All right.
I don't even know the name of the one I started with. It had a solid wing and it had a solid carved fuselage. And I don't remember
So
the
it
name
was
of
a
the
so it was a scientific
Almost sounds like
test.
a Gillows.
scientific stunt master.
Yeah.
Stunt
There you
master.
go.
That's it.
There you go. Yeah.
And my little
Musiano.
brother and I flew that thing into oblivion. I mean, we wore it slap out in the
That
backyard.
is awesome.
I've still got
Walter
mine.
Musiano.
Yeah.
I got a repo kit of the second airplane I ever owned, which was oh shoot, I showed it here a year or so ago, and now I can't remember the name of the dang thing. But anyway, yeah, it had a plank wing. It had a little aluminum thing you put around the engine, kind of a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but the name of the company started with an I, but I can't remember. It's hell to get old, Phil. You know, you're still a young man compared to me.
I think mine was a puddle jumper.
With me, it's not the age; it's the mileage that's killing me.
Me too. I get it.
Hey, by the way, hi, Carl. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Hey, Len,
Yes.
I got a handful of Canadian coins the other day.
Well, not something.
Yeah,
They're not worth a pinch of coon shit. Sorry.
these are.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're solid silver.
All right. That might be worth something for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hang on to those. They might be worth something.
Yeah, they might. They might.
If they're just regular Canadian coins, you might as well just use them for tip weights.
We used American coins for that when I was a kid.
That's right. Just put your quarters and all your
Nickels,
stuff. Just
nickels.
just stick it in the tip.
Take that.
That kind of reminds me of I've got the PDF of the original Excalibur build article, and he talked about sticking 8 copper pennies in the outboard wingtip
Yeah,
wait.
that'll do it.
and they ain't copper no more.
Yeah, you can't get copper pennies anymore.
For tip weight.
But they also used to take the tube of glue, because they use the tube of glue built in the airplane.
Yeah.
They take that tube of glue and roll it all
Roll
up.
it up, yeah, and stick that in too.
That's what I was gonna say. I've got a plan. I can't remember which one it was. I was looking at plans the other day, and I've got a couple of hundred of them down there. But anyway, I was looking through and I saw one that showed roll up the tube of glue
Figment.
and put it in the
Yeah.
wing. Use the
Ambroid?
last glue in the.
Ambroid,
It
yeah,
was
the
Ambroid.
too.
It was
Yes,
Ambroid.
for sure.
And you know why? You know,
I know
why?
why.
The old Ambroid bottles
Were made of
of
lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They sure
That's
were.
why it worked good. It was good for that.
Weighed an ounce and a half.
Wow.
Don't ask how I know that, but I just removed one from an old oh God, I forgot the name of the airplane. Anyway, from an old airplane that I was going to rebuild. Do what?
It's catching.
Yeah, I believe it is. I believe I caught it a long time ago. But anyway, I took the tube out of it and weighed the darn thing just to see what it weighed. An ounce and a half.
Wow.
I said, Lord, that was a lot of weight. And this was in the wingtip of a Carl Goldberg shoestring.
Okay, that's a little much, but that's okay.
Yeah, tell me about it. It always flew with without put tip down.
My shoestrings got a half a spoonful.
Half a spoonful of what?
Lead.
Lead. Okay. Half a teaspoon or half a tablespoon?
Well, when I built it, we didn't have the stick-on weights, so I just took some vision weights and found a 1/2-inch sinker, put it in a spoon and held it over the torch until it melted, let it cool off, and that was my.
That was your weight.
Super glued in.
Well,
it just fell off the other day. When I don't know if some of you might have seen it. I recovered it and I changed it from red to blue, but I was going to take it out flying and I heard something rattling and a dadgum tip weight had fell off, so I had to cut a hole in it that I just covered. And I put some sticky weights in it this time.
Story of my life.
Well, I went to a sailplane contest here not too long back, and I was going to fly the classic event. The guy was telling me that airplane's not old enough, and I had it was a Legionnaire 140, and I had painted the boom on this thing white. Well, everybody leaves them silver, but I painted mine white. This guy's going to take my 45-year-old 6-year-old airplane and scrape it with his pocket knife. And I drew back. I said, "You scrape that airplane, you'll be scraping yourself up off the ground."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Leave it alone.
So the other guy, the judge walks over and he said, "What's going on?" He said, "Well, I'm the tech inspector and I don't believe this airplane's old enough." I said, "Well, dummy, if you look in it from the back, you can plainly see it's an aluminum tube. It's not carbon fiber." So he looked at it and he said, "Well, I still don't believe it's old enough." So the CD said, "Pop your canopy." So I pulled the canopy open and he looked in the front of it and he saw all that lead shot in the front of it with epoxy. And he said, "Not only do I remember this airplane, but it's got lead shot in the front. You hadn't been able to buy that in years. It's legal. Leave him alone." And he reached over, put a sticker on my wing. That was the end.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Oh, good.
Meanwhile, the other guy, you were ready to deck him.
Oh, he turned around. He says, "I can't believe you'd countermand me like that." He says, "When you're wrong, you're wrong. Besides, I remember that airplane. He was flying that back in the 70s when I was learning to fly. Was he any good? Well, he kicked my butt." He turned around and walked off.
That's awesome.
I used to be good with the Legionnaire, but I am not so much anymore. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to get out there and play around with them anyway. But anyway, has anybody been flying this week?
Yeah, I flew.
Come on, Charles.
I flew Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody smack him.
You live in California. I mean, this time of year you get perfect flying with it.
Boy,
You've
I'm
already
telling
had
you,
the Santa Ana winds, right?
I'm jealous.
Not yet.
Oh,
I'm
well, you got
jealous.
that to look
But
forward
not
to.
Santa Ana winds. I haven't noticed those yet.
I flew Monday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was good.
And we've had rain all week.
Yeah,
It's
so
been-
if we after Monday.
Oh, I mean,
It rains.
Real
God,
rain, yeah.
I mean, it rained so hard, cars were pulling over the side of the road. When you see a Corvette sitting on the side of the road, it's raining.
Oh,
Right.
That was nuts. I just
Talking about
tractor
the-
trailers pulling over. Did I pull over? No, I didn't have that much sense. I started late and I had to get there, but I did slow down to 35 on a 65 highway. It was really coming down.
Oh, good. Slow down.
It rains
Yeah, I
so
can't-
much here, we won't get into our field probably till the middle of next week, and that's if it doesn't rain anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see Hobby Park in the morning. It's gonna probably be a mud fest.
Oh, yeah.
See if that guy got out there with his 4-wheel drive playing around again.
I hope not. They put some great big rocks up there, and that's supposed to solve it. But on the other side, if he wants to get in, all he's got to do is jump a 4-inch curb.
That's crazy.
I mean, some people just don't think. I mean, just honestly, they just don't think.
Somebody
Oh, this is.
posted a picture of that. I got to see what it looked like.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Buddy Barbie posted that. As far as I think it was Buddy, because he wanted some of my pictures and some of his pictures, and just posted about a dozen of them, I think. But God, it was a mess. And then we just about got it fixed. We got out there with shovels and rakes and everything, trying to get all that crap out of there. And the next week we thought we're going to get to fly. So we went out there. He'd been out there again.
Oh, good Lord.
So it was a mess. But then the city comes out there and screams at us. And I mean, screams at us for going out there and cleaning it up and getting the,
You can't win.
getting rakes and cutting the grass off that's growing through the asphalt. Got mad at us for that. So I'd had about all I could take, and I said, look, this is the only place in the county that we can fly, because if we go to a schoolyard or anything else, they can confiscate our airplane, our equipment, and the car we brought it in.
Oh,
So we have to, this is where we have to fly. And since you jerks won't get off your butt and do anything, and you have the equipment to do it with, we have to do it ourselves. And he got upset with me. He said something he shouldn't have said. And I said, you know what? I think I'll call Nick. Oh, you know Nick? I said, ask Nick about me. I gave him my name and I said, ask Nick about me. I think he will remember me. So the only thing that I got from it, the next time I saw that thing, he said, Mr. Jameson said, whatever you wanted, sir, we were to get it for you right now.
I love it.
Yeah. It was a mess. It was a mess. No, I had a bad reputation at the city. I got a lot of people fired for not doing their jobs. And I was just a traffic signal tech, but when they get on my honey about something, I had a habit of pushing back. I'll hush. I got to hush up so Mama can hear the TV.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a lot of fun for 30 years. I had a lot of fun. Oh,
Hey, Phil?
Yeah.
Get her some headphones.
Yeah, don't talk. Yeah, don't say a word.
She
Yeah, he's
can't
a
throw
smart-
anything at me here.
smart man. He's a smart man.
He is a very smart man. He's learned.
He's been well trained.
Me too.
The dog gets away with more than he does.
And the lovebirds too. Don't forget the lovebirds.
Oh yeah. Can't forget the lovebirds.
Question. How does something so small make such a big mess? He's
Oh.
only that big. And he makes a mess of half the living room.
Wow.
That's their total enjoyment in life.
I got a
the
question.
dog. Is this the dog he's talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about the bird.
Yeah.
Oh, the bird.
Yeah, Eddie, go ahead, Eddie.
I saw on Facebook the other day, so I looked it up on the, the vintage airplanes or whatever.com, but it's the Ringmaster biplane.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What y'all's take on that? I think
Good airplane. If it's built right, it flies good.
I
A buddy
think,
of mine
I think it
has
looks
one.
pretty. It looks cool. I think it.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, a buddy of mine has one. It flies pretty darn good.
Right.
Is that a smaller one or is that a full-size ringmaster that's a bike?
Yeah, it's a.
I think it's a junior ringmaster that my buddy built his out of. Made.
The one I saw looked like a full size.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you can build it out of full size. Just put about a degree of down trim on the way. In other words, instead of 0, 0, make it -1 on the top wing.
Yeah, this was. Let's see if I can find, because I look at the website and it's not on there. You got the ringmaster and they got the some.
Somebody offered it as a kit.
Well, yeah. What I was looking at was a laser cut kit, but
Oh, wow.
apparently it's new and it's not on the website yet. You had to call them and order it.
That'd be fun.
I got a question for you guys. What do you guys know about the Ringmaster Flyathon? Is it on this year or is it dead or what's the deal?
I was on the open forum and the lady that's connected with it said it's happening this weekend.
It's this coming weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Naomi is who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naomi, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
But her last name's not Burrell.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, she
That's
didn't
what
change
that
it.
was throwing me. I thought it was your wife, but then
No, she didn't want my name. I don't blame her.
Oh Lord,
Oh my goodness.
you guys are truly too
Hey,
many.
Look, think of it this way. Would any of you guys want my name? No.
What's wrong with Leonard?
No, it's the last name, Burrell.
Oh!
She didn't want it.
I don't know what's wrong with Burrell. Is there anything linked to Burrell that's bad? I don't know.
Not that I know of.
It's a French name. What the heck, you know?
I think
Whatever. That's all right. If you don't want it, don't take it. It's fine by me. Costs money too if you're going to do that. If you change your name here in Canada, it costs you a fortune.
Does it?
It's cheaper to just not do that. So that's why.
Maybe that's why. Maybe
That is why.
I know it cost me a fortune to change my wife's name.
Yeah, see what I mean? That's why
Well,
she didn't change.
It still costs a fortune. It don't matter what.
It still cost a fortune. Oh man.
My last wife, her last name was Harry.
Right.
Harry, Harry. And she still goes by my last name. She won't go back to that.
There you go.
Can't see as I blame her.
Yeah. How'd you like to be a woman and be known as Harry?
Oh man.
It's
I
not
got one
Harry,
better.
woman, you know?
It's off subject, but I got one better than that. When I went to school for NADC, the National Auto Diesel College, the guy that owned that school, his name was Harry. Last name Balls. B-A-W-L-S. It's B-A-W-L-S. I'm like, your mother hated you, didn't she?
Oh my God, that is just brutal.
Ooh, that is.
Along the same lines.
How could you do that to your kid?
I had a guy I worked with. His name was Gerald Luck, L-U-C-K. And he got married and he had a daughter. And you know what that dirty bugger named his daughter?
I don't know.
Lotta.
A lot of luck.
Lot of luck. Well, at least he,
all right, let's get back to model airplanes. Let's get back to model airplanes. Come on. I'm even working on a model airplane for a change.
He's got his hands full. He can't bring out the little M&M biplane.
No, but he can stick the rudder up. That works. Just wave the rudder. That's it. Wave the rudder.
Oh.
Did you take the point out of that rudder?
No,
At
it's
the
still
back?
there.
No, at the back.
Still there.
No, it's still pretty pointy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Lynn. It won't be pointy long.
Didn't take me long to break mine the first time, I'll tell you.
And it didn't take me long either. When I put it back
No, I
together, I ended up cutting into it with a double width of I put two Zona saws together. and
Yeah.
cut it up in there and got it wide enough to where I could put a piece of, I think I used 1/64 plywood.
Okay.
And then the second time I broke it, I covered it in carbon fiber and then painted the darn thing back. And it's lasted this time.
Okay.
Sure didn't make it that first time though. First
No.
time I put it in the truck.
You
Ding.
guys,
Ding.
you
Yeah,
guys
that's
wanna
the end
see
of that.
point- You want to see points on a model airplane? Get you a Belfry Bound.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen pictures of them. I ain't seen one in person.
Yeah, I saw one. They flew it at Tucson. That was a neat looking airplane. That fella
Yeah.
passed away, but that was a neat looking plane.
Yeah, that was.
But you know, the one that I always thought, the one I always thought was the pointiest one of the bunch was the Trident. Is what everybody calls it. Now it's a you name it. It's what I call it, and it's the one that
Guernsey.
Scarenzi built, and that thing, I don't know. I'm debating on what to call it, but I think since I'm doing the plane to honor a guy that used to be here that really got me to do my first outside loop, Bob Galley. I think I'm going to put you name it on the wing and then put Trident, and I've got it written down. It's what Betty Adamison called it, and I can't remember it. I can never remember that word. It's the other word for a trident, but anyway, I think I'm gonna put all three names on the wing and just let them decide what they want to call it. A what?
24.
Yeah. But I never used to like the plane because I've never liked angles. I've always liked curves. And suddenly that plane, I heard that Bob's having a rough time, and suddenly that plane come to mind. I said, I think I'll build it in spite of all the points and just put thanks Bob on it. So that's probably a plane for next year to finish next year. But I'm going to do that. If I live long enough, I'm going to do that plane. But anyhow, I'll tell you what.
Phil, that was Carl Shoup that you saw fly that belt.
Yeah, Carl Shoup.
And Carl,
Yeah,
those tips, they were 5-6 inches long, those points.
At least.
And he had to put, he had slipped tennis balls and he put over the ends of those to keep from getting broken off in the pits and that.
Well,
I tell you what, a man could fly that airplane.
That airplane flew very well.
It did. He did too.
Yes.
He did too. He did too. He was I can't remember what he made. He sold a product at one time. I can't remember what it was.
He sold the plungers in that for your fuel tubes and
okay, yeah.
And he also made a clip bending tool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
It's a little bit different design than the one that
Jim Lee
makes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like his plunging tool is different than the one that Jim Lee makes.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what kind of? Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Phil. I was just wondering. Does anybody know what kind of wire you use to make those clips? And I know what size it is. It's about 50 thou or 47 thou.
It's stainless steel.
Stainless steel. What though?
Well, that I don't know.
I have some in the garage, and I need to get some more pieces of the plane. I'll get a tube of it. I have a tube of it, so I'll let you know what it is.
That'd be great. Because
I know one thing.
I want to make some of those clips.
And try and
make Canadian manufacturer.
Hey, Train.
Hey,
Brian.
Gentlemen.
Brian, I know I don't fit the gentleman, but
Oh, I don't know about all that now, Santa Claus.
Either.
Well, Santa Claus has to be a gentleman of some sort.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
You trying?
I don't know. He sneaks around at night playing with a bunch of kids. So.
Yeah, you gotta consider that.
Sneaks around at night playing with me. Well, he plays with a bunch of kids' toys, but then he made them, so why not?
Yeah, but he goes on a long trip with the animals.
Imagine how many half-A's he's made.
I hadn't thought of that. Oh, Train, I finally got my lines.
Good.
I got everything fixed up and ready to go. And finally got a doctor's appointment. Went to the doctor. He says, no, you don't even try it until you go have an MRI. And but anyway, here in a few weeks, we're gonna have to try to get together before it gets cold. We're gonna have to try to get together down in South Carolina or whatever it is down at the polo fields and see if we can't go fly. You may have to test fly this thing for me, but we're gonna get together and see it fly. I want to get you there to see it fly. We got it all programmed up, ready to go, and it's only a 1 minute flight, but we know how to fix that. We know how to turn it up.
Yeah, of
so
course.
We'll have to one of these weekends before too long. We'll have to get together and do that.
Yeah,
but I got 2 more weeks to wait before I can go flying.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're about to drive me crazy.
Did you shorten up the leads?
I did.
Okay. I did. Did you plug in everything in a timer? Make sure it actually works.
Yeah, I had it running. Steve called me and he gave me all the numbers and I plugged them all in. We went down line by line and plugged it all in. And I plugged it to the timer in the plane and turned it on and watched it count down. It did what it's supposed to. And then before I could get the silly thing to shut off, it blew everything off my desk. I mean, this sucker has got some thrust. I had to find my ink pen. It went over and went under the daggum dress. What's a fancy thing that holds all the custom dishes? Fancy dishes. But it was it makes a lot of thrust.
The China cabinet.
There you go, China cabinet. That's the thing bugs me ever since that stupid fall. I know words and I can't come up with them to save my life. Like people keep asking me, where do you get that? Did you get that nice trailer? Where you do? It's Moxville Trailer Company. But for the life of me, when I'm trying to think of it, I can't think of Moxville. I don't know. It's just one of them things, brain poop. You just can't get it to come out.
CRS.
It is CRS. I've got it bad.
Yeah, I've got it too. We've all got it. We're old.
I think we've all got it.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah.
We can't remember shit. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. I need to get back down the basement and do some hunting. I'm still looking for that motor, but I hadn't found it. I haven't looked for it in a few days, but I'm going to. I still haven't put the plane downstairs. It's sitting. My plane's sitting right here on the side of my table. Well, where's the darn camera? Plane's sitting right here on my table.
Right.
All right.
So I got to get this downstairs. Mama's been real patient with me so far because she knows I hadn't had too much luck using my arm last week or two, but I don't know. I'm not going to push her patience too much further.
You look like you were in real pain the other night. You were holding on to that shoulder.
It still is. It still is.
Man.
And they won't give me anything for it. I can't take gabapentin, which is what they want me to take, because it makes me feel like a drunk. I can't take oxycodone or whatever the heck the stuff is they tried to give me. So that just flat knocks me out. And I don't know. They'll figure it out sooner or later. I got to wait till I get through the MRIs before they're going to do anything. Apparently.
Okay. Well, all the best.
Two more weeks. Yeah, thank you. 2 more weeks, and maybe we'll get somewhere with this thing. But I talked to him today, and he's talking like, well, it ain't that bad. I said, Max, it's been 6 or 8 weeks now. I mean, I was in physical therapy for 6 weeks, and then two weeks since then, and now you're telling me I got to wait 2 more weeks. Doggone, Christmas is going to be here before I get a chance to get this thing fixed. I don't know what's going to happen.
Don't leave that plane out anywhere near your fireplace. Santa Claus might take it with him.
No, this plane's going downstairs in a box, and where hopefully nothing will happen to it. We'll take it apart and put it in the box, and wait till Fran and I can get together to test fly it, because I want him there when I test fly it, because he knows what it's supposed to do.
Right.
So we'll get it together and get it flying here for long. I got this one fixed a week ago, and I got the Vector put back together, and it's ready to test fly in the morning. And I got 2 guys calling me, saying, I'll test fly it for you. No, you won't. When I'm ready to fly it, it'll go flying. These guys, one of the guys hasn't flown in over a year, and he wants me to let him fly one of my airplanes. And I'm sitting here. The last 2 times I saw him fly, somebody had to run out and take it from him. And I'm supposed to let him fly one of my planes. I don't think so.
Not a good plan.
No, not a chance that's going to happen.
What you're working on, Mike?
Mike, that was supposed to be covered today.
Yeah, he's going to cover it, I imagine, with dope.
I'm trying to figure out how he built it so darn quick.
He
Looks
said
like a ringmaster to me.
It is.
Oh, it
As
is.
promised, I
Yeah.
said it would be framed up by Friday night.
Oh,
okay.
It is.
I didn't
there.
say it was going to be covered. I said it was going to be framed up.
My
Yeah.
mistake.
And I didn't start it till Wednesday. I did not get on it Monday or Tuesday. I started it Wednesday morning, and I got to this point last night. So really, it was just Wednesday, Thursday build.
Good job.
And I just got back out here just now to start doping the framework of the wing to apply the silk span. So
Why are you silk spanning it?
because that's what I like to do. What
Okay. I just thought you were, I'm surprised you didn't just iron on it, but that's
It's
okay.
the smell of the dope.
Len, me and iron-on covering do not get along well, man.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Oh,
No,
I did not know that.
I have a real problem with monocoat on open bay.
Okay.
Now I used to be real good at solar film on foam, doing combat stuff. I can do
Okay.
that. The
Yeah.
solid foam wing. And like fast cal on an open bay, that's not a problem, you know.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's just easier for me to use silk span and dope.
Okay. No
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
If we ever get together, I'm going to show you how to do iron on. It's so
Okay.
simple.
I'll bring something to Brodax, built
Yeah.
up, ready to go. Maybe another ringmaster.
Anything. Just a
that we
wing.
can- Yeah, just we can go over that.
Boom, boom, boom. Done.
Bam, bam, bam. Plus, I have like 300 sheets of really good SIG silk span that I got from Marshall. So
Perfect. Good to
I
go.
need to use it. I need to
Yeah.
use it. You know.
Not
Now, I
to
will
mention,
say-
it makes you feel good when you're silk spanning and breathing in those nice fumes. It makes you feel wonderful.
It does. It does. I will say I'm going to use the SGM on this.
For sure.
And everyone's going to be like, why? Why wouldn't you use the medium? You know, it's going to be a heavy model, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you,
No, it's not. It'll be fine.
it's because
Tough.
our models take a lot of abuse and
Beating.
transport. They just take a
Exactly.
beating because we put so many of them in the truck, you know.
For sure. Crush them all in. I know.
The ringmaster I built for Brodax a couple of years ago, I used like the light, the double O.
Yeah,
And-
nothing left of it.
No, by the time we got back, it had like 8 holes in the wing. You know, it was a 25-ounce ringmaster, which was great.
With
But
25 holes in it. Perfect.
Yeah, with like 8 or 10 holes. So I'm going to use some SGM on this that I have, the heavy stuff, in
Good
hopes
stuff.
that it'll just be a little more durable. And I'm not worried about the weight because I've got a Royal 25. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Royal.
I've heard of it.
It's basically a clone of an OS engine. And this Royal 25, let me show
It'll be
you.
fine.
Not the FP. No, it's not a clone of the FP because this is a ball
FSR?
Oh, the
It's like an
FSR one.
FSR, probably.
clone of
Yeah.
the FSR. That is correct.
Yeah, that's it. That
It's
little
clone
that
of
is
the
strong.
Look at the size of the front end of that thing. Wow.
That sucker's strong.
But I
Betcha.
sent it to Randy, and he made me a proper sprinkler Venturi, and it's got a PA needle in it. So and
Isn't that nice?
it's
Boy.
been in my stash for like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years, man. And I went, you know what? I got to do something with this. So I'm going to put it on this heavy ringmaster that I'm going to build because I'm sure it's going to be heavy with the heavy silk span and doing a dope job on it. So that's what's going on there. Basically a 25 FSR. You
It'll
know,
go like a you know what.
well, I need something to fly combat with Sam on Ringmaster Day. That's the only reason I'm putting this together.
Mm.
Wow.
We've got a Brodak Ringmaster that I just assembled recently. That's got the 25, the FP 25 on it. And then Sam does have the other nice Ringmaster that Masahiro gave him at Brodax, but we're not going to chance flying that one.
Combat with that. No.
Not combat, right? Well, we're just going to chase streamers. I mean, we're not going full on
You're
combat.
not going, no, I hope not. It's too
Well,
much
we'll
damn
put-
work for that.
We'll probably do some figure eights at least, I hope, you know. I mean, I hope we're not just flying flat and level. I think Sam and I are accomplished enough with each other. We can get through figure eights with ringmasters. I mean, it's pretty easy. So
Yep.
but anyway, as promised, framed up 2-day build, man. Wednesday and
Wow,
Thursday.
impressive.
Big build.
Good
I like
job.
the wingtips, Mike. It looks
Yeah, the
nice.
tips look great.
Well, and this is the Estes version, the super stunting ring mat. Anybody notice? You know, it's got
The
spars on
spars
the
are way out.
bottom,
Yeah.
right. So this is the super stunting ringmaster from Estes Sterling.
Okay.
And if anybody's ever built one of the Estes kits, because we built Sam's junior ringmaster, his 15, it had injection molded plastic wingtips.
Oh my
You're
God.
supposed to glue on. Well, first they're on a buck, right? So they're molded on this big flat piece. You're supposed to be able to cut those out nicely enough and get them put onto the wingtip and then blend that plastic into your balsa and make a nice looking model. And I was just like, no way, man.
No, not happening.
There ain't no, let me show you these things, because I challenge any one of you guys.
No thanks.
Nope. Not even gonna go there.
I would challenge any one of you to use this piece
For a wingtip.
for a wingtip.
Not gonna do it.
Not even.
Wouldn't be prudent.
No, exactly. So they went right in the trash can, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
I got
Put
some.
them back in there again.
I had some blocks, you know, and
That might make a nice canopy, Mike.
I'll send them to you, Charles.
Yeah, you can
That's
have.
something- same.
Yeah, you can have them, Charles. You can have them.
It'll cost more in postage than it will for the wing,
Yeah,
for
they're
the
probably not
canopy.
worth,
Exactly.
probably not
And
worth sending.
I'm sure there's a lot of ringmaster aficionados here. So Estes, they did this one. You know, the gear gets mounted before you put
Yeah.
the wing in, kind of
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
I thought about, you know, putting carbon fiber gear on it. I thought about doing it old school and cutting the gear in half and running half on each side with a, you know, brass tube through there. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to build it stock all the way and use all the.
Is that a
I-
one-piece gear?
It is a one-piece gear.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
brother.
the way to go. It won't
why
break
it goes-
that way. That's
It
perfect.
goes right in the wing cutout in the fuselage, you know.
That's the way I'd be doing it.
So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's the strongest way, obviously.
That
Yeah.
half and half thing, I struggle with that.
Yeah, I do too. I even used the solid piano wire lead outs in it, man. I used the bell crank. I used everything in it. The only thing I did different, which is going to be different, is I'm not going to use this one piece metal push rod that they had. I'm going to put a carbon fiber push rod and epoxy carbon fiber at the back. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a carbon fiber push rod.
That's the way to do it.
Are those
That-
cloth hinges there you got, Mike?
Those are cloth hinges. That is that's the Tom Morris Dacron. Well, the Tom used to sell. I don't know if Oki Air still sells it or not. But the way it was explained to me, Tom, it's Dacron or some kind of polyester nylon weave that he bought a whole bunch of, and it was used for covering ultralights. So stuff they covered ultralight aircraft with. And for like $10, he sent you like a yard by yard sheet of it, you know, and you just put it on with dope. You just lay it, you know, 2 coats of dope on the surface, and then you put it on with thinner and dope, like 60-40, 60 thinner, 40 dope. And the thinner will reactivate the dope underneath it, and 2 coats on that, and Bob's your uncle, man. So yeah, cloth hinges.
Nice.
I don't
I
have
love
an
I
uncle
love
named
those
Bob.
windy solid lead outs. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, well, this is what was in the kit, you know,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm just, you know what, I'm going to use it. I didn't put adjustable lead out guide in there. I did that. I do have the, under the tape, they gave you some cool little grommets, you know, to slide into the wing, some eyelets.
Okay, yeah. That's
or
all right,
whatever.
yeah.
So after I get it covered, I'll slide those down and glue
Push them
those.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, push them
Cool.
in. I moved it back like, I don't know, maybe 3/8 of an inch. I moved the lead outs back a little bit. I didn't do the big giant offset in the rudder with the rudder turn. Instead, I glued it straight, and then I did a slight.
That's perfect. That
slight-
should work really good.
Slight,
That'll work.
That ought to work well.
That'll work good.
and then the other thing I like using I love these Dubro control horns from RC. So it's like a long 440, and then you hook your control horn up to that. And then the only thing I do there is I use a piece of 16
Plywood.
balsa on the top and on the bottom, just to, spruce it up a little bit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Beef it up. But yeah, everything's drilled, motor's drilled, tank mount's drilled. Should be I should be covering by tomorrow. Like I said, I'm just putting the first
Sounds
two
cool.
in the wing tonight. So
Carry
carry
Mike,
on.
there is
Joe.
there is a pretty easy way to put a monocoat or shrink film over the base, especially if they are open. You can just hold it like around the leading edge, just have it longer and put some tape on it to kind of stretch it out a little bit, just get it nice and flat, right? And then with the iron, you just seal the leading edge and the trailing edge and the perimeter, right? And after that, you just lightly shrink it with the heat gun. And once you're done and everything looks nice, then you can probably take your iron and go over the ribs to lock them in a little bit better. But anyways, for me, and that's what I used to do. I used to take the leading edge, trailing edge, get it nice and flat as best as I can, and then with a heat gun, just gently heat it up until it just stretches out a little bit, and just nice and flat. It worked good. Anyway.
It probably would try it, but that's sacrilege on a ringmaster. That's what I think, man. A ringmaster should be silk and dope, man.
That's classic.
Celeron and dope. Or
Guys,
does
I'll
anyone
see y'all
else
Monday
remember
night.
Celeron?
All right, Phil. Hey, thanks for coming in, buddy.
See you,
Yeah,
Phil.
you take care.
See
Take
you
Good
care
night,
now.
Phil. Yeah.
Hopefully get doing better.
So looks like Charles started his electric plane too.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just doing the first step, winding down all the film.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm running out of time, the Vegas contest is coming up, and so I got to see which one of these planes I can get flying the best.
So you're gonna be flying a brand new airplane when we go mano a mano? Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe, yeah. It's looking like that, Mike. It's looking like that.
Well, that's good. Good for me.
Yeah. I agree.
Hey, I want to butt in real quick. Eddie,
Yeah.
turn your mic on. Hey, man, what are you doing Sunday? I got a free day. My wife and kids are going to my wife's family reunion up in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. They're going to Brooks Homecoming for the day. And I get a pass this year. I get to stay home. So I'm free on Sunday. If you want to get together and fly, and I'll come to you. If you got a flying site, I'll load some stuff up and come up and we can have a flying day. Or you can come down to Columbia and we can sneak you in over there, whatever you want to do. But
I'll have to get back with you because I'm supposed to be helping my niece move tomorrow. It just depends on if we get her all moved in tomorrow.
will you tell her and her boyfriends they better move quick because you got stuff to do on Sunday. You tell them boys, you crack the whip and say, I can't be doing this on Sunday. Because I bet what it is they got to use your truck, right?
No, she's actually just moving across the street to a new apartment.
Oh,
So
okay.
Hopefully we can get everything over there in one day. Because it's not that much stuff. So But yeah, I'll get back with you tomorrow and let you know.
Yeah, hit me up tomorrow, because if I can't do that with you, I'm gonna load up my stooge and drive down to Tullahoma and go to the RC field, and I'll go down there and have a day by myself. But like I said, I got a free day, so I can come to you. We can go to your flying site and let's go fly some stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll have to let you know tomorrow.
All right, Eddie.
Just treat it like you're the drill instructor and they're the recruits.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's really good. Yeah. That always works.
Scares the hell out of them.
God, this brings back memories of being a kid.
All right, man. I wish I was there smelling that dope.
In the basement in Detroit, man, you know?
And you thought that was the biggest airplane going.
Oh, man, yeah.
Well, now when I was a kid, when I was like 8 or 10, I was doing the Sterling, the plank wing half A models.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Yeah.
I built pretty much every one of those.
Yeah, the beginners.
Mustang, the beginner series, the
I
Zero.
remember. I used to love that little plastic motor mount that it came with. They
Oh,
were
it's great,
outstanding.
man. But you know, yeah, I would put one together, like start on Friday night, stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning, doping it, and
Yeah, have it ready for Saturday.
or Saturday or Sunday, yeah,
Yeah,
putting
for sure.
Golden Bee on there, you know.
And away we go.
My buddies and I'd start on Friday night, work all night, all day Saturday, and go to a contest on Sunday.
I didn't know what a contest was then.
I lived in California. We had lots of them.
I didn't know what a contest was till like 10 years.
That's what I said too. I didn't know what a contest was when I was that young. I just knew I wanted to go out and fly the plane.
Well, I should take that back. I knew what contests were because I went to them at the Detroit field all the time when I was a kid, a teenager, and watched, you know, but I never participated in any of them. Let's just
I
say
didn't
that.
see my first contest till I was 16.
Oh, wow.
And I flew in my first contest at 17.
Well, I'm 53
Sorry,
years old.
15 and 16, not 16 and 17, 15 and 16.
I'm 53 years old, and I just saw my first contest this year at the Nats.
Wow.
You saw a hell of a contest.
I don't want to count how many contests I've seen.
No, I take that back. Mike, y'all went and flew in that one in Louisville. About 2010, somewhere around in there.
Paducah or Louisville?
I mean, Paducah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I first saw Sparky's, his Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
His Thunderbolt, man. God, that plane was gorgeous.
It was.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
Oh, he crashed it.
Oh, he's built like 7 of them, he said.
What, Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
think it's 7. I think he's on number 4 right now.
Yeah, well, exaggeration a little bit there, but
Wasn't his first one the 07 one that he crashed at the Nats?
I don't think I think number 3, he said, I think he crashed in Tennessee. The push rod or something let loose.
In Memphis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Memphis.
That's too bad.
They don't have
Yeah,
that
they
kind
were
of
gorgeous. I guess the electric one that he built a few years ago is Ty Marcucci has that one, I think.
Oh, geez. I'll be flying with Ty on Ringmaster Day.
Is it still flying, the electric
I
one?
don't know. I don't
I'll
know if
ask
I ever flew it.
Yeah,
At
ask
least
him,
that's
Mike.
what I'd heard.
I
think
will.
Sparky said.
I'm going to see him on October 2nd. I mean, I'm assuming I am. Normally, my RC club has a Ringmaster Day because they actually had 4 or 5 guys, old guys, that would get Ringmasters out and fly U-Control on Ringmaster Day, like the only day they would fly it.
Yeah.
Last year, they couldn't do it because they had a big jet rally going on.
Okay.
Ringmaster
Oh, wow.
weekend. So Sam and I went to Huntsville and flew with Ty Marcucci and John Rist. And
Okay.
there was a couple other guys there because Huntsville's like an hour and 10 minutes south of us.
Okay.
So I was hoping we would be flying at our club this year again, but I talked to the one guy that does still fly control line, and he was like, all them guys they're just aged out. They're just too old. They can't do U control anymore. Nobody's interested in having a ringmaster day. And
Wow.
we're not doing anything. And I said, well, can't we do something? And he's like, well, if there's not going to be a whole bunch of us, I'm not interested in coming down there for it.
So he wasn't interested either. Wow.
Right. He wasn't interested either. So I'll be, I'm assuming because John Rist are still pretty active control line guys, I'm assuming they're going to have something in Huntsville. So we'll be driving down there for that. If not, I guess me and Sam will go
Do
to
your
the
own
other
thing.
We'll go to the other RC club we belong to, and we'll go have our own ringmaster day.
Do what you can do.
But I know Ty and John Rist are going to do ringmaster day because John Rist made a ringmaster with a big fat ass battery, and he was getting 7 legal flights per battery.
Wow.
He was digging that, because you got to do, what is it, 6 laps, I think, for ring.
5 or 6 laps. Yeah.
I think it's 6. Take off, 6 laps, land. So he made something with a fat ass battery where he could get 6 or 7 flights legal.
Okay.
And, he put up like 50 in a day, because that's what he gets his kicks out of is,
Getting the numbers.
Numbers. Yeah.
When is the Ringmaster-a-thon?
October
Next.
2nd, 3rd. All flights on Saturday and Sunday count. And if you got crappy weather where you live, you can use the next weekend to get your flights and still turn them in to be official.
I don't buy that. I think Ringmaster weekend, you should fly it on that weekend, no matter what the weather. I've flown it in 65-kilometer winds, freezing cold weekends. I've done it in all of them, and we always fly anyway.
What's 65-kilometer wind? What is that? Like
I'm wondering myself. What is that?
50 or 60
Is that like
mile an
5
hour?
or 6 mile an hour winds?
What is that, Len? 6 or 7 miles an hour? Are you using the
No.
That's about 35, 40 kilometers per hour.
No, I know it's
miles an hour. No.
I know it's about half. I'm just busting Len's chops, man.
He's having fun. I know. And you know what? If you crash it, you just go back to the garage and fix it.
Well, I know the Detroit guys are planning on doing it again this year.
Oh yeah.
I actually gave Ronnie the ringmaster I built to fly old time stunt at Brodax, which John Paris taught me the old time stunt program.
Pattern, yeah. Okay.
I flew that airplane, that one I built really, really light. I gave that to Ronnie because he didn't have a ringmaster, so I just gifted him the airplane and the motor.
He's a lucky man.
Well, yeah, Steve Cott was flying it and crashed the damn thing and broke it.
Oh, geez. I hope he's going to fix it for him.
Well, it's still in Ronnie's garage, and Ronnie called me the last couple of days here to check up on me.
Hey, Cott's got some ringmasters. Make him
Well, he did.
Give him another one.
Okay. He doesn't. That's why he was flying the one I gave Ronnie.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, Ronnie called to check up on me, and I said, hey, man, Ringmaster Day is coming up. What are you going to do? I was like, I'm building one right now,
Wow.
I was like, all right. I'll get that one fixed. Because the only one, the other one they have is Mark Warwashana's Carrier Ringmaster.
Oh, my God.
Marky's got one set up with a throttle and a 3-line for Carrier.
It reminds me of the first year we did Ringmaster. There was a whole club of guys, and Naomi was the only one who had a ringmaster. And what we did is we all went out to the field and we all flew Naomi's ringmaster, and we let her fly last because we were afraid she was going to torque.
Oh, God. Dude, That's so wrong, man.
And she didn't either. She
Cool.
flew well. She didn't crash.
Right.
Oh my God. That was a long time ago. That was like about 2013 or something like that. But yeah, she had the only ringmaster in the club, and we all, Naomi, we all want to fly your ringmaster. So we all took turns flying her ringmaster. We didn't let her fly to last.
That's messed up.
Well, we can get off the ringmaster stuff. I know it's old and boring, and
No, it's not. No, I mean, I love ringmasters. That's one of the, I mean, I flew, I think I flew ringmaster, and my friend flew flag streaks, and that's what we did. But I want to interrupt because that Montana farmer said this a while ago. So sorry, Montana farmer. He said, I just wanted to say I like hanging out with you guys. Then I don't have to watch all the bad junk that's happening in the world today. Thank you. All I'm learning and a lot from you guys about control line. Well, you're welcome, Montana farmer.
Awesome.
Fantastic. That's what we're here for.
I got one more thing, and then I'll shut up for a little while. I don't know if anyone's been watching the thread on Stunthangar about junkyard wars and electric and whatnot. I don't know if Brendan's still here. So Tim Stagg finally chimed in on that and said he, in the spirit of the event, he's going to keep it IC. So junkyard wars will be IC. And then Bob Whitney kept asking about materials. And Len, this concerns you.
Okay.
Tim said that Coroplast will be available again this year as
Right.
as a material. So
Okay.
that, and Bob asked about building materials. Will Coroplast be allowed? Tim said yes. And then I told Tim, I think I have like 15 or 20 sheets in my stash. I'm going to have to actually pull them out and look and see exactly how many I have. So
Okay.
don't know how many sheets will be provided. But Lenny, just think about that while you're planning your next airplane for Junkyard Wars next season.
I gotta still talk Naomi into doing it.
Hey, build a Coroplast jet-powered airplane. There you go.
Yeah.
Coroplast what?
Coroplast with the Dynajet on it.
Oh, good Lord. Not allowed to do that.
No, not allowed. I'll tell you what, Lenny's junior ringmaster was one of the best flying airplanes there, man.
Yeah,
You did a
Mike,
profile.
yours was pretty darn good too.
Yeah, mine was pretty darn good too. But I cheated and made a combat wing with a bladder. So, well, it wasn't cheating. It was.
No, you weren't cheating.
But, yeah.
Hey guys, I'll be right back, and we'll get the other parts of the SV11 to iron up. I'll be right back.
Hey, you still got that Coroplast ringmaster there?
No, it's not here.
Long gone, long gone.
Yeah.
I
Sam-
think I'm going to call it quits for the night, guys. We'll talk
Okay,
Right.
Sunday.
Thank you for coming in, Mike.
Later, Mike. Take it easy, Mike.
Good night.
Hey, Steve.
Hey,
Look at this.
I wish I did, Len, but
That's okay.
Sam had way too much fun with that thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he
I've
did.
been
That's
watching
awesome.
you on YouTube, Charles. I was gonna call you.
All
I
right.
didn't see you out there working on it.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to get the wings.
Hey, Charles, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Ironing that stuff down doesn't help. It's all going to come off after you have about 10 flights on it anyway. So
Even
unless
with electric?
unless you like tape it down with something else, what I started doing with mine is using little pieces of fast cal on it. Just where it starts to lift, I put a little piece of fast cal on there, or maybe a little piece of packing tape or something like that. It's Brodak covering. It's all coming off anyway. So
even if you use electric, there's no fuel.
it's talk to Will Davis about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised. I know that I've had, I mean, this is not my first Brodak ARF. I've had Vector and Strega
The only part I had come off the vectors was the stars.
Yeah.
And I don't know why them stars don't want to stick down, but
I'll be back.
I agree with Mike. I had trouble. Everything was coming off. It's brutal. I didn't like the stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it got with Sam's vector, when something lifted, and even on my SV, if something starts to lift, it's gone, you know.
Rip it off. Yeah.
If it's a trim piece, it's off. You know, if it's major part of the covering, then it gets a little piece of fast cal on it to keep it nailed
Yeah,
down.
and I found the trim pieces were coming off before I even finished the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I just gave up. I just took out the heat gun and took all the covering off the fuselage and did it with silk span and then I just used a rattle can to paint the fuse.
Steve, did you see it? As promised, framed up in by Friday night.
I've been watching you on
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. All right. You saw it on Facebook then.
Yeah. Hey, what you got that? You got one of them electrics together back there? Is that crop duster?
The crop duster is, yeah, that's together.
Have you flown it yet?
I showed that a couple of weeks ago. I thought you saw that.
No, I know you want it, but I never seen it.
That's they call it the air tractor is
Yeah.
what they call it. I don't know why they don't call it an ag cat, because that's what it is. It's an ag cat.
It looks like Dusty Crop Hopper.
Yeah.
How does it fly?
I don't have batteries for it.
Oh, okay.
I don't have enough battery for it. But the other two came in. I got one on Wednesday, and then I got one yesterday.
Wow.
I got the Mustang on Wednesday, or I'm sorry, I got the A10 on Wednesday. I got the Mustang yesterday.
That's cool. What size batteries and things take?
I haven't opened those up yet, so I don't know.
How about the Ag Cat?
3S or 4S, 22 to 3200.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure these others are 4S too. And I didn't buy these airplanes. I won these airplanes in a raffle. For those of you that don't know, I'm not out there spending crazy money on RC airplanes.
Yeah, he's got $40 in the 3 airplanes.
60.
60? Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Took $20 for.
I was a little low.
Each airplane. I bought 2 raffle tickets for each airplane, and I won 3 raffles in a row for those 3 airplanes.
Wow. How lucky can you be?
Well, I've been in this group for over a year, and believe me, I buy a lot of raffle tickets. You know, I buy $20 or $40 a week, depending on what they're raffling off. So the only other thing I ever won was a 46 AX engine. You know, that's a $150 motor. And then I won 5 servos that were real good, you know, $175. But that's all I've ever won. And then it was just my turn. I was like, bam, bam, bam. I won 3 things in a row. And even though that's $1,000 worth of RC planes, there's 2 $300 airplanes and 1 $400 airplane. I probably spent $600 or $700 on raffle tickets in the last 16 months, you know, or a year and a half that I've been on there. So I'm probably a little ahead, maybe, you know.
Didn't you two just buy what was left on the auction? I know when they go up, people pick their favorite numbers or something. And didn't you just kind of pick what was left?
Sometimes I'll be like, I'll just tell the guy running it, give me any 2, you know, pick 2 numbers for him. Sometimes I'll pick my numbers. Sometimes I'll say, give me any 2.
No, but these last ones you won, didn't you just take what was left?
Probably. I don't remember. Yeah.
It seems like you said, yeah, there was 2 left, so I took them.
Hey, Mike, you live in Franklin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably, if we do fly, I'll probably have to come down there because I just remembered we had a lady at church pass away Thursday, and they're going to have her services at church. So I don't think we need to be out there flying during a funeral service.
Well, I understand that, and that's respectful. Yeah, and man,
But
even
I'll
if,
still have to get with you and let you know tomorrow. So
yeah, and even if you can't get down here later, that's better, man. You know, it can be later Sunday, you know, like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something like that. We don't have to go at the buck crack of dawn.
no, I got to go to church anyway. So
Well, there you go.
11,
Yeah, that's perfect.
yeah, 11 I can, come down there after church.
Yeah, you just come to my place and we'll load up in my truck and then we'll head down to Columbia and go tear some stuff up, man.
Yeah, I'm bring the Tudor 2 and the P40.
I'm gonna get you flying combat plane, dude. I'm gonna turn you loose on a combat plane.
My feet will not let me spin. Yeah, I'll have to do figure eights all day.
That's all you gotta do. To just do figure eights. Just stand there and do figure eights. That's fine. And then I'll be right behind you, chasing your streamer.
Yep, there you go.
Figure eight.
Hey, Charles,
Yeah.
do you have any of that Monaco trim seal in
Yeah,
the
I
little
do.
bottle?
Yeah.
Do all the points on that. Run that stuff down there and
Okay.
get it under there a little bit.
Okay.
Steve, I looked everywhere to buy that stuff and nobody had it for sale, man.
I don't know if they don't make it anymore. I got a
I
bottle of
looked,
it.
it was out of stock on Tower or discontinued or Top Flight trim seal.
Damn, I wonder. I'd like to know what that. It's probably made.
I don't
stuff that's bad.
I don't
for
think you can buy it. I don't think you can buy it anymore. Because I looked like crazy when I was putting Sam's Vector. We talked about this, about the
Yeah.
Vector and stuff peeling and do my SV. I couldn't find it anywhere. No one had it in stock.
Will CA work?
That'd make a
that'll
mess.
make stuff kind of funky, but I just always, when I first get them like that, any points, I will physically peel them up, work at them till they come up, and then take the trim seal and put down, and then lay them back down. And then once it's down with that trim seal, it won't come back up. And that's usually where, like the stars on the Vector, the points are what roll up, and on the SB, it's the points on the layout.
Okay.
But I sealed that one up with Samantha's, and that's got that Rojet 76 in there. None of them that came off, but I trim sealed all the points and stuff down.
Well, I'll do that in the after party. I'm sure I'll be at that point by then. And I think Jim Smith knows what the contents of that trim seal is.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you contact Mike, maybe contact Jim Smith. He can tell you what's in the contents of that trim seal.
It's probably not good. I mean, when I was younger and stuff, we used to put it down heavy and then float the pieces in place and squeegee them out. But it's probably not good to get it on your fingers and breathe it, stuff like that.
Talking about this stuff right here. Let me get to my camera so I can see what I'm doing here.
I try to pin you. I can't. I don't know why you won't.
I can't pin nobody either. It's
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yep, trim solvent. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Hey, what was I supposed to get out of the garage? I said something earlier.
Your wing.
Your wing?
Oh, before that. Was it
Those wires.
Oh yeah, the wire for the clip bending tool. All right, back. Thank you, John.
You bet.
Well, it looks like Mike is gonna put silk span on a plane tonight.
No, this is
Damn, you're quick.
Yeah, look. See how fast I am? Don't look
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what-
tail, because then you'll know what it is.
Smoking fast.
Yeah, that's what she said. And I told her she was lying.
Yeah. This is the Galaxy that I put together last year and got to this point and never did anything with. So as long as I got the silk span and dope out, it got a tear in it while it was sitting. I'm going to repair this. And since I'm going to spray that one, the Ringmaster is going to get sprayed after it's got silk and dope on it. I'm going to spray this one too. So I'm going to get this one ready as well.
What are you spraying it with?
Dope.
Nope.
This is brushed on, silk span and dope. This is brushed, and I'll brush on the to shrink the silk on the Ringmaster. But when I go for color, I'm gonna just hit them with the gun, and I'll do them both at the same time.
Use
So
the
they'll
Rodex?
No, Sig.
Sig.
Yeah.
So
This
if you had to
thing's-
paint that with one, just a solid, like the blue one you did for sand.
Probably. They're
How much-
probably just gonna be a solid color. Yeah, I'm not
How
messing
much
around.
paint does that actually take?
I don't know. I've never done two at the same time.
No, I mean, how much Sam's take?
Geez, man,
Couple ounces?
you're asking hard questions, Eddie, because I don't remember.
I mean, because I know they sell it in like 4-ounce bottles. I'm thinking, okay, well, how much paint would 4-ounce paint? You know?
Well, that's 4, and when it's thin, it's 8. You know.
Yeah. I know
I-
it depends on the size of the plane too. So
Exactly.
you got silk span on the fuselage on that too.
I do. This one, the elevator is silk span and the fuse. I did not do that on the Ringmaster because it doesn't need to be a beautiful finished airplane that has to last a long time. It's only going to get pulled out once a year for Ringmaster Day, so it's going to get like the cheapest, dirtiest finish I can do on it. You know.
That's like all my planes. As long as it flies, I don't care.
Tryon, you still coming to King Orange?
I'd like to.
Anybody else coming down for that?
Okay.
Ooh, this thing is dirty, man. So I turn my mic off.
So, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Steve, Phil is very happy about the help you gave him with that stuff. So,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it wouldn't start because the sensor, it thought the model was upside down. That sticky side is down on
no, the flat side, I think it's called.
yeah, they
right?
call it the flat side where you got to stick it down.
Yeah.
That has to be down and the other side is up.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to flip it, and then I
Yeah.
had to look at mine and see because mine is on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with mine on the bottom, I
Yeah.
had it reversed, but yet I was trying to think. His was stuck with the flat side up,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
which that would make it down or whatever. It's crazy how he does it. But yeah, we got that. It took off and worked fine. So
Mhm. Yeah, good. Yeah. After we had our little mishap and stuff like that, actually ran out of time more or less. So I discovered that on the website, the Fioriti's website, he had a settings for the Jetty Spin Pro ESCs.
Yeah.
And I never saw those before. So I'm assuming you just probably took those numbers from over there and used those, right?
Yeah. And then I called. God, I can't get the damn picture back up on this thing. I don't know if you guys can see me or not.
No, I see you fine.
You know, I don't know what I did to this
Yeah.
Zoom.
And
But
then and then Fioriti had a couple of odd settings over there that I was looking at them. I was like, I'm going like, what the heck is this? Because I never saw it on his instructions or anywhere else. And while everything is being set up normally, right, through the Jetty box, in order to change that flat side up or down, you have to get to that setting and use the on off the start button on the Fioriti timer itself, yeah, rather than using something on your Jetty box, which doesn't make much sense to me. But oh well, you know, I kind of figure all of the stuff afterwards.
oh, there we go. Yeah. It's a little bit different. What I do like about it is, and I didn't understand, but say if you set your RPM and then you set your max and minimum, that if you move your set RPM, the max and minimum moves with it. So if you want to, you know, you figure out you want to give it nose up another couple hundred or how much power. It's really not RPM, it's power. Once you set them to, if you decide you want faster or slower lap times, it moves top and bottom along with your setting.
So when you move your setting, it also moves the top and bottom automatically with it, right?
Right. And I put in what the guys on the West Coast are using. Where I think it was like they were doing 40 to 60 on the max, and I went up 50 more, and they were going 40 to 70, and we hit the middle of that. So I told Phil, you know, he can raise his max RPM or drop his lower. And I'd figured out too, when going over with him, because I had to go over it with Samantha's airplane going down through there. And she was saying that, man, when she goes, when I get down out of, you know, down handle and coming down, she goes, it really messes me up. It slows up so much. I had the dumb low RPM set at 2000. So it let it drop way down. And on the ESC, they tell you to do it at 7,000 and 11,000. You know, and then you're supposed to kind of have propeller, all that set for in between that 7 and 11 also. Come somewhere in the middle of that.
Yeah.
You know, so, but yeah, she liked it. She likes the G-force on it. And
what the heck is the G-force?
G-force is that it somehow sets itself after you do G-force, and it has to, I was telling Phil, you got to fly 3 level laps for it to recalibrate, but it calibrates level G-force on the airplane in all your other settings. And then if you're flying like overheads where Samantha can notice it, but in a wind, if you lose a little tension, it senses loss of tension and speeds the airplane back up to grab that. It tries to keep a same thing, but we didn't have any side winds. But they said that like when you fly into the wind, you know, you're doing your maneuvers, so it's pulling. But if the wind is heavy and you're on the other side, it relaxes the airplane. It will speed up to keep your G-force pulling on the airplane.
Okay.
So
if you set that to 0, it's going to ignore the setting, right?
Right. Yeah.
So G-force is like, okay, all right, cool.
And we got that on, we set that to 0 for him.
Mhm.
So once he gets everything else up, he can try. Because I think we only got, he can go what, 5, he can go 0 to 50. I think we got 7 in it or whatever. We've been bumping it up, and Samantha said that was kind of enough.
Mhm.
And then there's nose up on it,
Mhm.
and that's just an automatic thing that anytime the nose goes past 30 degrees, you can set it to pick it up 200, 400, 600 RPM.
Mhm.
So when it's climbing,
Yeah.
and if it needs
But-
more than that, then the active takes over.
Oh, wait a second. So I thought the active was taking over regardless. And when you say nose up, nose down, it's a modifier for the active.
No, on Fioretti's, it doesn't have nose down. It only has nose up.
Mhm.
And that automatically, like if you come into a wing over,
Mhm.
it's once you're past 30 degrees, it kicks in that it'll always put that in there. No matter what, it'll always put in the nose up.
Mhm.
If it needs more because of the active, then the active can gain on that. And that falls in that other part you set from
Mhm.
your lap times to whatever.
I was kind of lost because of that, because I thought the active is the active, right? And if you don't use nose up, nose down modifiers, it's just gonna work like a Igor, like where 2/4 brake and stuff like that does its own thing, right?
Yeah.
But what I thought the nose up and that stuff was doing is that since it's gonna give a little bit extra kick in addition to that.
Yeah, it's a little kick into it, that you want all the time, no matter what,
Yeah, if I want it, yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
like boost?
Yeah, it's just a little boost on it. I was telling Phil when we're over there in France, a lot of people were really turning back the active on it because in turbulent weather, if the wings rock, you can hear that thing, changing RPM and stuff.
Mhm.
And this nose up gets rid of that. So it can be out there jumping around and nothing's happening, as much. You can turn down the sensitivity. But when you come past 30 degrees, then it kicks it on.
Yeah, because you're not using the sensitivity or you're not using
Right.
the active. You're just using just that.
Right. And so that was, and if you turn it off, it's just like Igor's, but you can add that to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you like that, that's what I'm talking to Bob. He goes, I kind of like that, knowing that every time I, hit this, I'm going to get this little bit of an increase.
Mm-hmm.
And I can keep the sensitivity down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't change. So yeah, I'm kind of liking this timer. Does some pretty neat things. And then with the G-force holding it out, it doesn't use the active part of it by the wings moving or nose moving. It does actually G-force.
Mm-hmm.
So if you lose tension,
so you can set sensitivity to 0. Basically, you take the activity out of it completely, and then use the nose up, nose down as a modifier from the level lap, or you can use both. Yeah, neat. I like that. It's neat.
Yeah, I thought, if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But if you think it works for you or whatever, your airplane, then it's there to,
Yeah.
Like on your plane, I don't know how much the G-force would really need, because it doesn't seem to, the wind doesn't affect it in the overheads and stuff like that. It kind of scoots through there with that big motor and everything.
Yeah, it powers through it. It cuts through it.
So you may not need G-force, but other airplanes, that may help you out on different ones.
What the one feature that I would be excited about is to hit the brakes on a downline.
That thing will hit Samantha she goes, that it was freaky, is what she said. She goes, it's freaky. It's like the motor stopped on the, it was like, ah. You know, then she said, then it would, you know, but she said she thought she lost battery, that it kicked, you know, it kicked right off. That's kind of what it felt like.
Well, it's just a matter of getting used to it then and just expecting it. And I mean, heck, I would like to come fast and all of a sudden go like, and just stops over there and just, okay, there's a turn right there. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And what's nice, and what they were saying about that too is that slowing it down on the down line. Once you make that bottom corner and the nose goes past 30 degrees, it kicks the RPM up 200.
Boom.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That sounds something I want.
It's just like comes, here's the brake.
That's
Zoom.
what I want. I want that for Christmas.
You want that for Christmas, huh?
Sorry, can't get it.
Hey,
It's not late, Charles.
I want to catch up on. Someone asked me about the wire clips. Was that Mike Millard who left? Who was it that wants to know about the wire for the clip, for the making the clips?
I think that was Eddie.
No, Lynn.
Is it Lynn?
Hey, Lynn, wake up, Lynn.
Yeah, it was Lynn.
Lynn, wake up.
Lynn, hey.
Hey, Lynn, wake up.
Oh,
Lynn and Gary are having a sleeping competition again.
yeah, we're winning.
Hey,
I lost.
Steve. Hey,
Len is winning it.
Steve McBride, thanks for coming in, Steve.
How we doing?
So, Lynn, the wire is, I have several different sizes, but this is called a spring steel.
Spring steel, okay.
Right. So what I have here, if you want, I think I got this from McCaster Car. But
Master.
49,000 spring steel.
49,000, okay.
Spring steel, and I got 12-inch pieces. I got a pack of 100.
Wow.
And then I have another one here. I got 39,000s from a different manufacturer, but I think it's the same thing. It's hard.
Just
hard
just a little thinner. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Cool.
sometimes like on the smaller.
Yeah, like on half A's or a 15, that would be perfect.
I get a small, let me make myself bigger here.
Yeah, I'm saying I can't get off of Mike. Hi, Mike. I mean, you've just been big on my screen for the last 45 minutes. Ever since you come on.
Well, Mike's a big guy. What do you want?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's me.
There you go. There you go.
So this is a hard point handle for those in the audience who don't know what we're talking about. And here's a Sullivan clip. Now these are both the same, but if you need to if you want to find your neutral, you might need a longer or shorter clip.
Exactly.
So I have this tool that this is made by Jim Lee Machine Shop. And it goes into a vise. Now this is the more expensive one, which I'd recommend, because the one he normally sells, I think, is 16,000 increments. Excuse me.
Okay.
1/16 inch increments. And this one here is one
adjustable.
This is 1/32. So you put it in your vise and you adjust this, and it changes the length of the
the
string.
so
And you have a little leverage arm here to bend the wire around.
That is outstanding.
That's how I make different length clips. And when you have a hard point handle, that's how you adjust it. You can't, like in a regular handle, pull the wire through. You adjust it with these clips.
That is awesome.
Here's a standard Sullivan clip, just for an example. But I make them longer and shorter. So on the longer clips I make, I'll use a thicker wire, the 49,000 inch, and then on the short ones, it's thinner, because it's kind of hard to open up a short length clip and it's thick wire.
So it's 49,000 spring steel.
That's right.
Okay.
And then if you have one of the rope handles that adjust, you can still use them clips. Just adjust it with the rope or the cable.
Yeah, you can still use the clips anywhere.
Yeah, you can still use the clips. I use them on both handles.
Yeah.
I mean,
I stopped buying. I stopped buying these line connectors from Sullivan, because I can make them myself now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted.
Well, that's Charles. I don't need a Jim Lee line clip bender, I'm just going to put it in order with you to make me like 30 clips, man.
30? Hell, he's got like 100 full pieces that'll make like three
Oh,
or four
man.
clips.
Well,
you
but
can
if he
order
makes me
100 and
if he makes me 15 so 30 clips would be, 15 sets top and bottom in different lengths
Oh,
at 16th of an inch. Yeah.
And his strategy, he's trying to get me so busy that I can't
Finish your airplane. Yeah, I get
No,
it.
I'm not saying now. I'm not saying now. Maybe we do some trading. Maybe we do some horse trading, some line clips for something else that I might have that you want or something. And Len, don't forget to, recalculate and transform those 16ths to kilometers when you're making them.
Millimeters, yeah.
Oh, is it millimeter? Oh, millimeters. Okay. All
Now
right.
you need like a 2 kilometer clip.
Oh boy, here we go.
Don't forget to do the math, Len.
Don't worry, I'll be doing them in my garage.
Okay. Excellent.
And by the way, Lynn, I like metric. It's so much easier.
Yeah, it is.
To do different lengths and stuff,
10 mil, 5 mil, whatever you need. You know,
it's much easier. 12 mil, 13
12
mil.
mil, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Well, that's like when I went to Switzerland and I worked over there for 3 months and stuff. Everybody's like, how was it switching to the metric system? I said, it was easy as can be. They said, the conversions? I'm like, no. If it said it had to be 30 millimeters, I made it 30 millimeters. I had shit to measure that was in millimeters. I didn't care how long it was in inches or.
No, it doesn't matter anymore. You can measure in anything you want. It's just a matter of using that system when you need to measure it.
Right.
Exactly.
And they gave me my calipers and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. It's no different. You're just measuring in mil instead of inches.
Yeah.
All is good.
How big something was, I really didn't know, but.
Len, just
I know, Len. I can never find my 10 millimeter wrench or any of the 15 10 millimeter sockets that I have.
Isn't that the damn truth? Them things disappear up to Canada, I think.
And that's the most common thing that when you need a metric for something on a car,
it's a wrench. Exactly.
My Nissan has all metric stuff on it, and 10 millimeters like the most common one.
Yeah.
And I can't ever find the wrench or any of the sockets.
What I like with Subaru is every bolt is either a 10, a 15, or a 19.
That's the Nissan, man. That's the Nissan.
It's like
see, and Honda had their sizes too.
Huh?
Yeah.
See, I worked for Honda, and they had their sizes too.
Yeah.
The bolts were always whatever mil, 6 mil, 10 mil.
If you're taking off any plates or any panels or anything, it's 10.
Yeah, exactly.
The oil pan is always a 15, and then the 19 is for the bigger stuff.
The big stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
I can never find my 10.
I go down there with the impact driver and 3 sockets, and I can take apart that whole damn truck.
Yep.
Brian, you were saying something. Go for it.
Yeah, for your information, 50,000s 049, it's 1.25 millimeters.
Okay.
Okay, and the other one, the 39,000s.
Did you say 0.125?
No, 1.25 millimeters.
1.25 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
And the thinner ones are about 1 millimeter.
Okay.
A little bit less than that, but I think a millimeter is going to be enough. So if you find metric stuff in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's perfect. Thank you. Good stuff. It's good to know. I gotta try and find this stuff because I want to make these clips and I don't want to be dorking around looking for the stuff forever.
Then you got to remember when you talk to Jim Lee to order the metric bender.
Well, no, what you need to remember is to get the one that goes in 16th increments and not the one that goes in 32nd increments. Because there's a big Charles, right?
You mean I want the one that goes in 32nd increments, not 16th. That's right.
Let me show you the difference. The difference is, hang on, let me make myself big.
Yeah, you want the one that goes in smaller increments.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay, so when you buy the one that
Sorry, I got that
Yeah,
backwards.
that's
When
okay.
you buy the one that this does 16th element, 1/16 increments, you only have one post. Right now I have two posts. That's how I get the difference between 1/16 and 1/32.
Okay.
Because this only has one post anyways.
Yeah.
But now that I have two posts, I can go to this one or I can go to the bottom one. Of course, I turn it in the vise.
Right.
That's how I get the 1/32 increments. And
So
What
so
I
those-
asked,
Go ahead.
what I asked Jim Lee was why he didn't put that post on the nut instead of on the bolt. Then you wouldn't have to redo your bolt in the vise. You know, once you lock it in, then you could just turn the nut part.
now I locked both parts are locked. They both are locked in. It's a flat spot machined on the nut and the bolt. So those go in the vise and those two are locked in place. Those two don't move.
So
Oh, you
one
lock 'em?
complete,
I just
one
lock 'em
complete
one
turn,
end.
sorry,
Yeah,
one
sorry.
complete turn is 1/16 of an inch.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right, Eddie. That's right. But like I said, I paid for this twice because I paid for the 16th one, which was maybe $10 cheaper. Then I ended up getting the 1/32. And Jim Lee was kind of surprised. He goes, Charles, you can tell the difference? And I go, oh, yeah, when I'm trying to find, whatever I'm trying to do, I can tell the difference. And it's like the 1/16 was either too
Too
big.
long or too short. Yeah.
Where's your other one, Charles? Where's your other one?
I sold it to a
So-
friend of mine.
Okay. All right.
He
As a
sold
matter
to
of
a
fact,
friend of his.
matter
Here,
of fact, Carl,
this works really good, but just not good enough for me.
as a matter of fact, Carl, if you can ask Dan Sick, you should ask Dan, because Dan Sick has the one that's 1/16.
And the other thing, if you want to, all you have to do is drill another hole on the other side of that bolt and push in a roll pin.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so that'll save you $10. I think it's $10 different. I could be mistaken, but it's more expensive.
And it's not that expensive of a tool. It's like 35 or 45 bucks, right?
Oh, it's
Yeah, when
about
it's not that
35.
bad. When I bought mine, he only had the one.
Okay.
Then afterwards, he came out with a 2-pin, and I was always going to drill that and put a roll pin in that other one of mine, so it would be down to a 32nd.
Well, I'm not buying one. Charles is going to make my line clips for me. I'm gonna pressure him into a good trade. I'm gonna offer Charles something so good. He's gonna be like, Mike, I'll make you 100 line clips for that.
Well,
Hey, are you going to make him an offer he can refuse, huh?
Yeah, offer you can't refuse. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, all he has to do is pick up one of them truck vices that you can hook on your bumper or whatever. When he comes there to Vegas, he can sit there and make line clips for everybody.
Oh yeah, we could do it. Well, I heard.
As long as his body line is made up.
I heard you're supposed to take that music wire though, and when you make your clip, you should put it on a belt sander and put a little bevel on there so that they're after you cut them. You know, when you cut your material to make them, you should sand that off at a little bit of an angle to make a nice smooth. Did you read that, Charles? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I actually have a little file, a little jeweler's file, and I just I took off the burrs. But one last thing I forgot to bring up is I have this. It's like a needle nose pliers, but they're all round. They're cylindrical.
That's what I have. That's what I've
makes
been making
nice-
them out of myself. Yeah.
I do that to just fine tune the bends, and then I also got a really nice tool to cut this wire with, because your regular pliers or using a Dremel is kind of is pain in the butt. I just have a real nice tool that can cut this wire really good. I forgot what the tool's name is, but it's a nice quality
wire cutter.
Yeah,
side cutter.
Side cutter. Yeah.
We're terrible.
It's called a metric side cutter. But you can only put metric size wire in it.
It's a Whitworth. It's a Whitworth.
And let me catch up on the.
Why don't you just buy your line clips made up?
Randy Smith used to sell those what kitties? What they call?
Oh, kitty.
The kitty clips.
Yeah, I've been wanting to buy some of those, but it's like $35 for like 8 clips or something like that, man.
I
It's,
buy them already made up. The same place you get. Who's making the fancy handle now?
It's,
Brent Williams.
William, yeah.
He got Brent Williams. He's selling the clips. You just order them right from him.
Yeah, but you can't get them all different sizes from him, can you?
Ask him.
Yeah.
Ask him. I get the regular standard sizes on them, and you should be able to know how to adjust them.
well, if you're using a hard point, you got to have different length clip. That was the whole point of the conversation earlier. If you got a hard point,
unless it's adjustable.
I have a hard point.
Okay, so you got to have different size clips, unless you're buying your lines pre-made and they're exactly the same every time.
Well, Tom Morris is really, Tom Morris is really good at making lines.
Okay,
yeah. He would make them pretty much exact. I got the hard point handles, and I use those clips, and then you just had to take on the hard point and adjust it very little on the slide on the hard point, very minimal, and you're good to go.
So you're adjusting this part out, this and this.
Oh yeah. See.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not good.
So then your overhang is different. Then you're.
Yeah. See, I don't do that either. I agree.
You're not moving it much.
Yeah, but
move it at all.
Best to have.
Might be. I would rather not move it at all. Yeah.
Well, I don't like it too close up to my knuckles, so I already pull it out already somewhat because I don't want it so close jammed up onto my knuckles.
Yeah, but you want them both out the same amount.
It's about the same. They are about the same.
About the same.
The majority of mine are all the same because I make my lead outs coming out of the plane.
Yeah.
Same.
About the same. About the same isn't exactly the same.
What are you gonna move them?
I thought, you know what? If you went to the doctor, you could have him drill a hole through your hand and just put that wire in there, and there'd be zero overhang.
Hey, you could do like that.
There would be nothing. It would just be perfect.
You could do like that one Chinese guy did.
Yeah, with the rings. With the rings.
The amount that I'm moving that hard, the extended on the hard point,
they didn't get that.
Is hardly anything.
Well, if that works for you, yeah. I mean, it's each his own. It really is.
You're not going to get a clip that's going to move an eighth.
But Steve Miller,
you can make a clip that moves at 32nd, man. That's the whole point of that tool is you can get 1/32 of an inch adjustment by making a clip. A 32nd long.
The size you need.
You guys are thinking of it that I got one so far out and one close in. No. We're talking about we're very minimal.
We're not thinking that at all.
But you're missing one advantage, Stephen McBride. Like when I flew Sparky's plane and I was coming out of a corner, the plane would kind of hop a little bit. And Sparky told me, I didn't know about this, but he said I need to move my legs on my handle further out because I'm not getting off the corner quick enough. So it's important to have them both the same pushed back so that if I want to move them out, I can move them out the same to adjust for that, me not getting off of it quick enough. You know, if the plane is just quicker than me, I can lengthen the legs and then you'll get rid of that hop. So, hey, Denny. So that's just one thing you might not, and I didn't know about this till Sparky told me that. I was so surprised because I've been flying with this expert for years and years and years, and he never mentioned that type of trim. And not that all of us are expected to know everything, but I didn't hear about that till I got to the Nats. So that's why I think it's important to have them push back as far as you can. And if you need to go out, then go out the same length on both legs as a trim adjustment.
Hold that hand, look. Yeah.
Are we still on?
We're still on, and I was trying to end it because we're getting a little bit long in the tooth here. But I want to catch up on the chats real quick. Of one thing, Tom Randall, he said the tool is $25 for the 1/16th, referring to this thing here earlier.
25.
The 1/32 is $30. Now remember, this thing is kind of heavy, so the shipping is kind of a pain because it's a heavy little piece of metal.
I'll need to remortgage my house.
No, Jim Lee is in every contest in the Midwest, man. That's the great thing about Jim Lee. He's always at the Nats. He's at Huntersville. He's, all
the places. All the places I can't go.
I see it every year at VSC.
So let me finish the chat, and then we're going to end the stream. Let me see here. So Montana Farmer says, Mike, I like the air tractor scheme plane behind you. That's cool. All right.
Thank you. That's not control line, Montana Farmer. That is an RC plane, so it's sacrilege on our live chat, I
Now,
guess.
why wouldn't a Montana farmer like that airplane?
Oh yeah, right. I bet he sees one flying around there, maybe doing crop and stuff.
All right, so let me finish. Then then Phil, he says Sonictronics had trim seal listed, so that's good.
Sonictronics, all right.
They sell those orange glow igniter,
yeah,
the igniters, and that's a good company. By the way, I love their igniters, the Sonictronics. They're excellent, and if you have one go bad, you can send it back to them, and they'll fix it for a minimal amount. Anyways, Tom Ramel says that. I said that, and then he says, "Tool from Jim Lee Machine Shop." Yeah, that's what we said. So we're all caught up, and we've had 18 concurrent viewers right now, but we've been as high as 25, and we only have 18 likes. So, I just need 7 more. I'm just kidding. Please pile on and give us some more likes. And if you watch this as a replay, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We haven't had any new members in months of Sundays, and we haven't seen any chat revenue. So please support the channel. We have people coming in here to support this. So please, crack open your wallet and just show Sparky and myself some love. We would really appreciate it. And we're going to end the live stream, but we're not going to go away. We're going to continue to have fun. Matter of fact, we're going to have more fun in your absence. So I would encourage you to come join us sometime, because we do be party. We be partying hard after the live stream ends, right?
That's when the dancing girls come out.
I'm telling you, you need to come in here. It's happening. So anyways, good night to you all. I'll see you guys Monday, and go out there and have some fun and come back and tell us all.